actually pay us, believe it or not, pay us to just to talk about our opinions about a certain topic. So just think about it. Just imagine that you're eating a Frito-Lay chip and Frito-Lay decided to bring on a brand new product, whether it's a pizza Frito-Lay, and then you're actually getting paid just to try out the chips for 1 week and actually get paid $300 just for tasting chips. Just imagine you get called just to talk about Netflix just for 90 minutes, getting paid 150 bucks just to talk about your opinions about Netflix. 90 minutes for 150 bucks. The math, just if you could just do the math, that's just crazy. 90 minutes equal $150. So that's the type of surveys that are out there. And this is a fact. Like I said, I tell Sharon exactly. I'm very transparent. I talk about the things that the money that I've been making since I've started June 28th. I've been averaging $1,583 per month since July. And that has been my average. That's average. There's months that I've made 2005. There's another month I probably made 1,000. The month of December, I would say, was a very, very slow month. I've made $685 in the month of December. And basically since July, June 28th, I've been averaging 1,583. So before I start off, what am I doing to make that happen? I just want to take a little step back and talk about social media. I know the first time that I went on this platform, I talked about social media. I just got to talk about it again. Um, just these are pure facts. On average, every single person at least spends 2 hours and 30 minutes per day on social media platforms. That is a fact. Customer engagement, social media is a key tool for customers. Businesses use social media to interact directly with you guys out there. Believe it or not, I guarantee if you guys go to Facebook, Instagram, you guys will probably see a lot of commercials. If you go to Google Discovery, you'll probably see a lot of advertisement about different products. It's just basically out there. And the most popular platforms out there, believe it or not, are Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram, and TikTok. Believe it or not, when TikTok was going from a ban, when TikTok was down for a couple hours or a day, I guarantee you there was a lot of people out there that were going through withdrawals because TikTok was not available. But people, believe it or not, market research is on social media too as well. You will literally find a lot of platforms out there, social media. The market research companies are actually on Facebook. They're actually on WhatsApp. They're actually on Twitter. They're actually on Instagram. They are all over the place getting consumers to fill out surveys to make money, just to make money. They are out there. So just imagine, instead of going through Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, just chit-chatting, just take 10 or 15 minutes of your time just to do one survey to see if you get approved, just to make money just on your phone. And you don't even have to use your tablet. You don't even have to use your desktop, but just make money just through your phone. Great example, my wife. She actually does surveys through her phone. She never uses her laptop. She never uses her desktop. She always fills out survey through her phone. Just easy like that. So, I mean, I'm very transparent individual. So I know a lot of people probably know their screen time, what's going out there. They pretty much know every single week through, if you have an iPhone. I don't know how Android, the phones work, but I know for iPhone, it literally tells me what my screen time is for the whole entire week. And I'm going to share you my screen time. So this is a great teaching tool just to show you guys. Just take your time, go to your settings, go to your screen time, just to see what percentage, how many hours you're spending on each platform on your iPhone or your Samsung or whatever phone you have, just to see. So you will see I've already spent at least 6 hours and 10 minutes on my phone since Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday today. That's up 10% from last week. So just imagine, just think about it. If I spend 6 hours and 10 minutes on my phone messing around instead of doing surveys, just imagine if I just split that in half, 3 hours of just me doing surveys through my phone, easily just doing surveys to see if I get approved just to make some quick money. So this, I feel like this is a great tool just to show how much hours you're spending on each app just to see if you could make some extra money. So what am I doing to make it happen? I literally spend an average of 60 minutes a day, Monday through Friday, either on my laptop, either on my desktop, either on my smartphone, just looking through surveys, trying to fill that out. I do a minimum of 10 surveys a day. Sometimes I do 15, sometimes I do 16. Like yesterday, I was crazy. I did 18 surveys yesterday. Today, I've actually did none. I did none today. Tomorrow, I know I'm going to go crazy and I'm going to do a whole bunch tomorrow. I check my emails to see if I got special invites. Um, I even check my junk mail to see if I get special invites from surveys that fill out my profile. I use my calendar to set up appointments when I get approved for a survey. I make sure I have the appointments ready. I have a special folder on my desktop just for certain documents, from NDA documents or anything that the survey company wants to keep. And then the next thing I do is I attack the survey websites. Survey websites. These are some of the survey websites that are out there for anyone to tackle. You got focusgroups.org, you got responded.org, you got user interviews, L&E opinions, you have PRC Global Market Research, you got my favorite one, DScout, which is an app, Fieldwork, you got Alpha Buzz, you got Watch Me Think, and you have Focus Group. This is just a tip of the iceberg. This is just 10 survey websites. People, there's at least 50 plus websites that are out there. And if you were to ask me, do I tackle every single one of them? And I will be honestly say there's just no way that I could spend a whole entire day tackling 50 plus websites, because it's just so much that's out there. Just imagine if you just put your profile on 25 of those websites, just your profile, and let those websites work for you, where they actually send you special invites to special surveys just to see if you get approved. And all you gotta do is just check your email. L&E Opinions is a website that you could go to where they give you certain surveys, at least 12, 15 surveys almost every single day, that you could fill out. And you could see they'll probably pay you $100 just to talk about Netflix, or $100 just to talk about women's cosmetics. There's just so much information that's out there, so much stuff that people are looking for, the companies are looking for, and they want us consumers out there just to help them out. Some topic examples. They have topic examples of Timu, Peacock. They have surveys on refrigerators, surveys on lawnmowers, surveys about water, believe it or not, smart water, energy drinks, surveys about blood pressure, surveys about politics. They'll have one-on-ones about Netflix. Believe it or not, I know Sherwin talks about Fidelity all the time. There are actually surveys about Fidelity, different programs that they're going to do. Chase, Chat GPT. I talk about AI a lot with people. AI is going to be one of the biggest things that's going to be hitting hard this year. And I've been seeing a lot of surveys that has to do with AI. And if there's no one out there that's not getting comfortable with AI, I would jump on AI, jump on Chat GPT, jump on all those, and just get a hold of AI and learn about it so you're not left behind. They talk about, there's top examples of wine, alcohol, beer, snacks, name it, cars, Lexus, Tesla, Facebook. I mean, name it. The examples, the surveys that are out there are endless. And the money that's being put out there just for us to talk about our opinions is just crazy. So once again, I'm a very transparent individual. Like Sherwin said, he talked about me getting invited. I got invited to 2 surveys today. I circled the time, 218. I got invited to DScout, social media and AI. I'm going to get paid $75 just to talk about social media and AI for 90 minutes. $75 just to talk about social media and AI for 90 minutes. You just can't beat that. You just can't beat that. And I'm going to be doing this on Monday after work. $75. I mean, that's two gas. I could fill up two cars with gas right there. This is another one I got accepted to today. Okay. They're gonna be paying me $150 just to talk about TV. I got accepted to this one today. I got a phone call from them today. $150 just to talk about TV. That is it. TV. 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 I'm not going to talk about the company because I signed an NDA, but just to talk about TV. You just can't beat that up. I got accepted to another one on the 10th. That's going to be this Friday. This is another one I got accepted to, which is this week. This one's paying me $175 just to talk about software products. Just it's the money, just the money is just out there. It's just basically trying to grab what are you going to do to grab that easy money? So how do you get paid? When you do those surveys, these are these are the things, these are the platforms that you get paid. Some platforms pay you PayPal. You have some that pay you check. Um, pay your check. I've been paid by a check before. PayPal is one of the biggest ones that they use. You either get a Visa virtual card, or you select a virtual card coming to home. And better yet, what's so great about these virtual gift cards, you could actually put it on your Apple Wallet. How cool would it be? You get a virtual gift card, you put in your Apple Wallet, and then you could actually use your phone just to pay for anything. Just pay for anything. The virtual gift cards that I get, I actually pay utility bills with that. I mean, just the money is endless, the opportunities are endless. And this is what I do. This is what I've been doing since June 28th. The money is endless that's out there. Derek, do you want to go ahead and speak, Derek?
Yes, of course. I'll be more than delighted to speak. And thank you to both Rodney and Sherwin for letting me speak with everybody today. I too was one of the skeptics when I first learned about this. I want to say it was around May or June of last year. And the idea of just doing surveys, I call it a survey hustle, of doing the survey hustle. I thought it was a gimmick. I thought it was, just a scam. But I'll never forget one of my first surveys was with some oral care company. And they asked me like 5 or 6 questions regarding my oral care routine. The one of the first questions was, do you use mouthwash first, then brush your teeth, then floss, or do you brush, floss, then mouthwash? And then let me see, do you do your oral care treatment in the morning, afternoon, middle of the day? Do you do it once or multiple times throughout the day? And it was just like maybe 6, 7 questions, and then it was over. Within 24 hours, I received a email and a text advising me that I was being getting what they refer to as an honorarium, just basically a payment for having participated in that survey. It turns out this was a new company that was designing or about to present a new mouthwash to the market, and they just wanted to get some consumer feedback as to what we do on a daily basis, how we approach our oral care processes every day, and that just helped them with the product that they were about to introduce to the market. And that was $300, and I don't know about y'all, but that's serious money to me. Anything over $5 is serious money to me, to be honest. But still, I was like, that helped me pay a number of different bills that I have. And frankly, since I've started the survey hustle, I can't recall the last time I've had to use my own money to pay my light bill, cable bill, you know, water bill, phone bill. I had made so much money at doing these surveys, I actually paid my car off back in October of last year. Now, I had planned to pay it off later on this year, but I had made so much money, I was able to pay it off early. And being able to not have to see that extra however much in car payment go out every month, when I can take that money and redirect it to other things, other priorities in my budget, say contribute more to my Roth IRA or any other financial goal I have in the future. That was a lot of money. That was a huge chunk of my budget that was going out to some finance company for auto loan that now stays in my pocket or works for me. And so it to anyone who is skeptical about doing surveys to make money, I highly recommend that you go ahead and speak to Rodney, because he actually has a kind of like a service that he offers where he gives you one-on-one coaching to really help you succeed in this survey hustle. And you have to be uh, consistent about it, because motivation, consistency beats motivation every day. If you're a person who was highly motivated, well, motivation drops off, to be honest, after a while. But if you consistently wake up every day and say, you know what, I don't really feel it, but I'm gonna just go ahead and submit 5 um pre-screens for surveys today. Just 5. In about a week or two, those 5 you did today, maybe one of them will contact you and say, hey, we received your pre-screen application, we would like to get your opinion about this brand of lotion. You indicated that you use it, and we want to know what it is. And for the ladies, I see so many cosmetic surveys, and of course, I don't qualify, but they're looking to get the opinion of the ladies out there regarding makeup, eyeshadow, conditioning hair. Oh man, it's so many surveys I see, and it'd be for major money too. 200, 300, $400. They really want your opinion regarding those products because, hey, cosmetics, beauty, that's a 2 or $3 billion industry every year. And the way that they make their money is learning what the consumers want. And how do they get that information? People like yourself and me doing these surveys, telling them what they need to know so that they can produce the products that we want to see on the shelf. And so I'll end it by just highly recommending everybody take an opportunity, speak to Rodney, get that one-on-one coaching about how you can maximize your earnings. Because I'm gonna tell you, it was a great weight that lifted off my shoulder when I didn't have to see that extra car payment money withdraw from my account automatically every month. Oh man, it was happy day. It was a happy day. But let me turn it over. I'm turning it back to either Rodney or Sherwin so they can, I guess, continue on with the program tonight.
Hey, so Derek, man, I want to appreciate you for coming on tonight, man, and giving that strong testimony. I just want everybody to make sure you understood Derek. He said he don't know when the last time he paid a utility bill and his car note got paid off. I mean, guys, that's what we're looking for. I'm speaking to people every single day where we're struggling on paying just bills in itself, and this is another avenue to do it here. So guys, let's just make it happen here. We're gonna open up here with a question and answers here. We got a few of them right here on the chat. We'll go ahead and get some of those addressed, and then once we get these addressed, then you can unmute, and then Rodney will be able to answer a few of your questions. And then if not, we'll Rodney provide us contact information where you can reach out. But Rodney, here's one of the questions here. Do you have to be located in the U.S. to complete surveys? How long did you hear back from the company once you complete your pre-screening?
That's a great question. No, you do not have to be located in the US to do surveys. There are some websites actually, There are some market research websites that actually are international that are looking for US people, which is crazy. There are international market research companies that are looking for US people. And believe it or not, I literally had to turn down one of them because I already had another survey that was locked in, already an appointment with one that was locked in. Yes, there are international ones, and no, you do not have to be located in the US. There are some people out there that are located in different countries that are doing the same thing too and making money too as well. And the other question is though, how long do you have to wait? It really depends on the survey. So let's just say that I fill a survey out that there's going to be a survey for toothpaste that starts next week Friday. And you just start filling it out, and you're just going to have to be patient and wait to see if you get picked for that survey. And if you do get picked, they'll probably send you an email or give you a phone call probably 2, 3 days before the survey. Once you get that call or email, there's some of them that will actually give you time slots that are available for specific days, and you have to pick the time slot that you're available to do it. And if you're not available to do it, then you're going to be lost on that. I did see that question on the chat too as well about time slots, but yes, there are surveys that just give you one specific time. The one that I just got approved today, the D Scout one, they actually gave me 4 different days, and they gave me different times for those 4 days. And I actually picked for Monday. I actually picked Monday in the afternoon at 7 o'clock because I do work Monday from 8 to 5. So the only time I'll be able to do it is in the afternoon, which was perfect. That worked out perfect for me.
Next one here. How often do you get surveys scheduled for the evenings?
Believe it or not, there's a lot of surveys that are scheduled in the evening. And one of the things that I would say that you have to be very careful of is sometimes they'll say Pacific time. And I actually messed up one time. Trial and error. I messed up one time where, I didn't realize it actually said Pacific time. I thought it was Eastern time. And then I missed out on an opportunity. So that's the one thing that's I always tell people is make sure you pay attention to the time slots that are available, and the time slots, because you're always going to get days and times that are available to pick. And the other thing too is that once you get approved for a survey, immediately jump on it quickly to pick a time slot, because it happened to me last week, which I was really upset. I literally got approved for $150 one, and all I had to do was pick a time slot, and I was in my car. When I got home to go pick a time slot, they said no more time slots available. It was full. I missed out on $150. So that's how quick it goes because there's a lot of other people that are doing it too as well. So it's just a matter of once you get approved, you got to jump on it real quick to pick a time slot. But great question.
So, Rodney, here's another one here. Do you have to pay to do any of the surveys, and do they ask a lot of your personal information to do the surveys?
No, you do not have to pay. No, there has never been a survey, a market research company that where you have to pay to get paid. That doesn't happen. That will never happen. That will never will. If that ever happens, that's a scam. But I've never seen that. I've never heard about that. Great question, but none. I could say 100%. You are not going to be paying to get paid. That just doesn't work. No, that's not going to happen. And the other question too is, do you have to fill out personal information? Um, that's a very great question. Then that's a very ambiguous question. Now the question I should ask is, what type of information are you afraid to put? They're never going to ask you your social security number, which they never do. And every single survey, every single profile that I have put in, I have never ever been asked my social security number, my credit card information, my checking account information. I don't get asked none of that deep information. The questions I get asked is my address, my phone number, my age, male, female, my income bracket. They give between 50, 60. You don't have to put how much you get made exactly. Those are the type of information that profiles that you're going to have to fill out. But when it comes to personal stuff like SS number, credit card information, checking account information, no, that doesn't happen. And if you ever hear something like that happen, please give me a call and I'll tell you, nah, that's not true. That's a scam. Great question.
So, Rodney, probably one of the most important questions tonight. I think you could provide your information either now or towards the end. Is what's the next step? How do you get started doing these particular surveys?
I mean, look at here. If you want to get started, if you're really serious about it, like Derek said, it's consistency, it's having that right mindset. And if there's something that you want to do, you just reach out to me and we'll have our one-on-one. We'll talk about it, how that works. I'm gonna go ahead and put my information, my name, my cell phone number, my email address. I'm also on WhatsApp too as well. So I'm just gonna put all that information in the chat. If you guys are interested, just reach out to me. I'm a very, very transparent individual. I share information, just like I just shared the emails that I received, because this is not a gimmick. Derek talked about it. Hey, listen, he thought it was, until he reeled himself back in, and then he's just started seeing some results. And I'm seeing results. Like Derek just said, every single I don't remember the last time that I've actually used my own money from my job to pay a utility bill. Okay. and
Yeah,
and I'm just being real about it. I'm not paying no utility bills with my with the income that I'm getting from my 9 to 5. That just doesn't happen. It's never gonna happen. I've made that a priority, that it's never gonna happen again. So the extra money that I have, that I use, it's either going to the fidelity, being invested to make more money, or it's going to be paying some other bills, other type of bills, besides utility bills, that I need to knock off.
hey
And
Rodney.
yes, sir.
So while you add your information, I don't mean to cut you off here. Dewan want to make a statement as well. So Dewan, you can unmute and chime in as well.
Hey, Rodney, I want to say that w- me and my husband do work on the surveys. We haven't been as consistent, but Rodney is a great leader. And when I do get consistency, I send him a screenshot and I have made some money. Like one night after I got off my coaching call with him, I was really consistent. That day I put in like 10, and then the next day I received one survey for 175, one survey for $50, and the survey for $50, that was literally like 10 minutes of my time. The one for 175 was like maybe 45 minutes. So I feel like with us, it's just being consistent. It works, but you just have to be consistent. And our goal is to continue to do 10 a day and get back on track. Because when you're on track, you do see results. And Rodney is very helpful. Like, if you're having some issues, he'll brainstorm with you, to help you through the process. So thank you, Rodney.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And, and so, Dewan, we always appreciate your words of comfort, helping people, because, I think what Rodney's been saying, Derek has been saying, I mean, this is information that we probably see online sometime, but does it really work? And we got Rodney here showing 1583 per month. Derek has paid off a car, paying utility bills. Dewan saying it's consistency. Guys, I just want to tell you this right here, and then we're going to get back to these questions here really quick. It's the reason why I bought Rodney on this particular call tonight. Rodney has done this twice already, but I want to bring him back on because there's been a lot of people that's joined LesWin Financial. But let me say this to you guys here really quick. You can go to your job, so you can work a 9 to 5 job and you can put in 8 hours towards your job, but you can't put in extra time to make extra money when you get home to work your 5 to 9. And if you feel like this may be questionable and then you still living paycheck to paycheck, then that's your problem. You got to put in the extra time, you got to put in the extra work, because anything worth having, you got to work for it. And so, as Rodney mentioned, once you put in the time, and as Dewan said, once you put in the time and the consistency, then it will come. Money ain't gonna just drop in your lap. You got to put a little time in it initially. So if Rodney tell you got to put in 30 minutes a month, 60 or 30, 60 minutes a week, I'm gonna ask you, how bad do you want it? Because sitting on the couch watching Netflix for 60 minutes a week ain't gonna feed your family and put food on your table. That's why we're here on this call here tonight. It's a family meeting, as I mentioned to you tonight. That's my words for tonight, Rodney. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to the questions and answers.
I know. Well, I'm gonna piggyback on that. That's the reasons why I showed that social media, um PowerPoint, is I mean, if I were to ask every single person right now, how many times you've picked up your phone today? Like how many times you've actually picked up your phone today just to actually scroll through your phone just to see what apps you have. I've seen it, like literally seen it. Like me and my wife went to a restaurant 2 weeks ago and I was watching everyone just to watch everyone. And at least 80% of those people were on their phone while having dinner. So if they're having dinner, 80% of those people, that just tells you they're picking up their phone, whether at work, whether at home, even probably even watching Netflix, even at the movie theaters. So just imagine if you just take half of that time, just 1 hour or 2 hours a week on your phone, just doing surveys, extra money. Just extra money coming in. I just showed you my screen time. So I don't want to be a hypocrite. I showed you my screen time. 3 days. It just showed you right there. I spent 6 hours and 41 minutes of my phone was being used for 3 days. So just imagine I put on there 1 hour I spent just doing 10 surveys. So just imagine I just spent 6 hours, 41 minutes in 3 days on my phone. If you do the math, that's at least 60 surveys. 60 surveys now, 10 hours, 1 hour, 10 surveys, 1 hour. You just do the math. So I mean that so that's where that's how I look at it. What questions you guys have? Talk to me.
Any more questions?
Quick question. So it's 50 plus of us on here, and and we're all excited and all wanting to get out of the W2 hustle and get into the side hustle. Um, what does that look like for all 50 of us? You say, well, it's a piece of the pie for everybody, but is it?
Well, yeah, what does that look like? That's a very great question. So my question to you though is, what is it that you want it to look like for you?
I want it to look like paying off cars, and I've got a daughter graduating from college that, extra expenses. So I want to look like not always having to be in the rat race, but, my money working for me and not me working for other people to make money.
And that is a great answer that you just gave there, because the reasons why I ask you that, what does it look like for you, is because you just said there's 50 plus people. Every single person right now it's going to be different for every single person. It's going to be different for every single person. Just like Derek mentioned, he wanted to get rid of that car payment. Just like you just mentioned 3 things that you wanted to help out for you. For me, I'm getting tired of paying utility bills with my money. Let me just pay with that so I could do extra things that I've been working hard for all my life, 5 decades, 50 years old. And I want to start treating myself for certain things and being able to be financially stable in the next coming years. I just shared with Sherwin today. I had to buy a brand new air conditioning unit, a HVAC system, the first week of January. First week of January. Okay. So if I was in the side hustle that I was doing and putting that money that I was getting the side hustle into fidelity.com to start investing my money to work for me, I would not have been able to pay cash, full cash, for a brand new 5-digit HVAC air conditioning unit. So that was a great question. That was a great answer. I love your answer because it's different for every single person. And if this is something that you're interested in, I put my name, my phone number, and my email address. Just reach out to me and we'll just have a one-on-one.
Thank you.
And Tor, that's a very great question. I think it's all about, it's 50 people that's on this call, 50 plus people. But another answer to this would be is how much time are you willing to put into it? Because it could be
Got
50
it.
different people. And Rodney just took the time where he saw that online survey last July, and he was one out of all those people that took the time and invested the time, and now it's just worked wonders for him. Let me share this also with you guys. What Rodney has been able to do with this particular business. Someone asked, is the money taxed? Well, a lot of this money here comes on gift cards. So if it's on a gift card, it's not taxed. But if you look at this as well, this could be if anybody's been looking for like a side hustle or some type of business, here you go. This is could be you can do a business, you're earning income through online surveys. Now you're able to do a home office deduction. Now you're able to write off mileage. Now you're able to write off cell phone. This is just a whole nother gamut what I'm getting ready to tell you guys right about now. It's multiple ways into this to make money, not just on online surveys, but also too, this could be actual legitimate business for you guys as well.
Yeah, Sharon just said also too about consistency, and this is something that I tell people that I'm helping. Um, don't treat this like a job. Have fun. Have fun with it. Because when you start treating it like a job, that's where the consistency doesn't happen. Have fun with it. Like for instance, me, just like I said, I did 18 surveys yesterday. On Sunday, I only did 3. On Saturday, I did 0. Today I did 0. I did 18 yesterday. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a lot tomorrow. It's basically having fun because we all have 9 to 5s or 8 to 5s or whatever, and we have other priorities that we have to think about too as well. But at the end of the day, once if you want that extra income, it's all about the return on investment. If you put 10 surveys a day, then you're gonna get 10 survey outcome. If you put 20 surveys a day, you're gonna get 20 survey outcome. If you put 1 survey a day, you're technically you ain't gonna get no outcome at all. If you do 1 a day, that means 5 surveys a week. That means you're just not that means you're just not ready to make it happen. I always say probably this is not for everyone. It actually is for everyone. The question is though is how much effort and time do you want to put into it? Which is really not a lot. Like I said, I only put an hour and 30 minutes a day for me. It could be 45 minutes for you. It could be 30 minutes for someone else. It's going to be totally different for someone else. It's basically how much fun do you want to have with it? Great questions. Great questions.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi, Rodney. Thank
Uh,
you for
How you
doing
doing?
this today.
Thank you.
Because I meant to go back to the Nancy video. I never got to it. So I'm so
That's okay.
glad I got it now. I don't know if this was mentioned before. So I'm going to use an example. If you're using, let's say, platform, let's call it X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
So I go there, I do my profile. So that platform, is it open to multiple companies that can access my profile if they desire for me to do a survey?
That is a very great question. That's not going to be that's not the case because if you go to XYZ platform, that's just for XYZ platform. Okay, and there's going to be that's a great question. There's going to be two different type of platforms. One platform is where you fill out your profile, and once you fill out your profile, then they're going to start sending you emails to invite you to special surveys. There's going to be a second type of platform where they actually have the surveys that are available, where you start filling them out yourselves, if that answers your question.
Yes.
But they do not share your information with anyone else.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Great question.
Hey Rodney, one of the questions also too in the chat was, do you get a bunch of like after doing these surveys, do you get a bunch of like ad calls?
No, no, you do not. No, you do not. But what I do tell people though is that though there are some survey websites that will actually surveys that will actually call you just to follow up on the questionnaire that you did. Sometimes you're gonna get that's why I say on the PowerPoint that you always regularly check your email and junk email. And if you see a survey on a junk email, just transfer it to your regular email and you're gonna start seeing that popped up too as well on your email.
So
No.
Rodney, let me ask you this question here, man. So if I'm on this call tonight, if I did not know you, first time hearing this presentation, we're talking about online surveys making additional money on a monthly basis, right? How does that work, or what does that look like? I see you put your contact information down here at the bottom, and I contact you. What does that look like?
Well, what does that look like though? One is I'm just going to go ahead and give you a 20-minute conversation on how that looks like on what I provide. I'll just be this is what I provide to my clients. If you were to come here and you want to be a client, it's going to be the $100 for the very first month. After that, every single month it's just going to be $30. After that, what are you going to get the first month? The first month you're going to get 2 one-on-one Zoom calls with me, an hour each Zoom call. If you were to join the first call, you're going to get 10 websites to get started, because I could tell you right now, though, the 10 is going to be overwhelming. There's at least 30, 40, 50, 60 websites that are out there. Just imagine if you were to first come in, I give you 50 websites to jump onto it, then you're going to be all over the place. You're going to be all overwhelmed. You're going to be confused. You don't know what you're doing. That's the reasons why I do 10. I actually even think 10 is too much. Me personally, that's just my opinion. 10 is a lot because there's just so much out there. Even the first 5 that I give you, you're going to get at least 50, 60 surveys that you could do off the clip, just the first 5, you know. And then also too, the other 5, you could follow them on Facebook, you could follow them on Instagram, you could follow them on Twitter, so that all those websites are out there. And then the second call that you're going to get after 2 weeks is just to follow up on how you're doing, just a follow-up piece, and then you're going to get an additional 10 more websites that I'm going to give you. And that's not including the email blast that I send every single day to everyone about certain surveys that I see. Sometimes I'll send out at least 3, 4 emails a day. Like a day. I really do that, except Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays and Sundays, I don't send anything. But Monday through Friday, you're going to get email blasts. Like, it's just going to be out of control. There's some days you might not get a whole bunch of in one day, but then the next day is just going to be out of control. But that's what you're gonna get from me. And in the second month after that, it's $30 a month. You're just gonna get one-on-ones with me, one-on-one with me each month. You're gonna get email blasts. I am gonna have my own Facebook page where everybody offer just for members only, so that people could start sharing their wins and opportunities and tips and tricks. You're gonna get also too. I also have a team call once a month, just to go over tips and tricks, just to go over different websites, just to go over things that I've seen and everything. And that's about it. So it's just constant communication that I do in my time. That's what I do for people. I help people out. If I say I'm going to do it, I actually do it. Like for instance, before the call today, I actually sent email blasts to my clients today, surveys that I've seen, and that's not including the websites they could do themselves too as well. So just imagine they're getting their own websites. So there's no way someone could tell me they're not doing 10 surveys a day. If you're not doing 10 surveys a day, that means you just don't want to do it. That's basically it. That's just my personal opinion. You're just not wanting to do it.
I
Great
see
question,
someone.
Sherwin.
Absolutely. I see someone have their hand raised. That's an iPhone. I'm not sure who that is.
It's me. It's me. Sorry. This is Riasha. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I have a question.
Yes.
So just so I'm clear, the role of social media in this, your recommendation would be to stay present on social media by in following these companies and pages because you get surveys that way, or you're notified that way, or in what role does social media play?
That is a great question, because we're so much on our phone so much. That's another tool that we could use to fill out surveys instead of using our tablets, instead of using our desktop when we are on the go. Who's to say that you're at a park or something, it just takes 10 minutes to do the survey through your phone. What I mean by social media too as well was Facebook and Twitter. All these market research websites have a Facebook page, have an Instagram page, have a Twitter page. Some of them even have a LinkedIn page. Believe it or not, some of them have a LinkedIn page. That just tells you how serious it is for them to have a LinkedIn page where you could actually go through Facebook or Twitter or Instagram and see, oh, there's a survey available. They're going to pay me $150 just to talk about alcohol. Let me go ahead and fill it out on Instagram real quick. That's the reasons
Gotcha.
why that's the reasons why I mentioned social media. Social media is a great platform because everyone's on their phone. Everyone is on their phone. Like it's everyone is on their phone. If someone tells me they're not on their phone, then I'm gonna look at you sideways. But everyone is on their phone. So this is just another platform, another opportunity just to fill out surveys. And once again, I'm saying to have fun with it. I have fun with it. I'm not consistent. Like I said, I did 18 yesterday. I did none today, but tomorrow I'm going to kill it tomorrow. If you're averaging 10 a day, you're gonna see the return of investment.
So, Rodney,
Thank
here's another.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Riasha. Here's another question in the chat. I think it's a very great question here. Is there any cons so far through your experience doing this here?
No, I haven't had any cons. Not one. Not one. I haven't not had not, I've had zero cons. Not one. All these companies are legit. Actually, you'll see it on. You could go Google it. If it's real, it's real. I have never experienced any cons. I have been paid. I actually keep a track of when I get paid. And there has not been a situation where I have not been paid. So there's no cons with it. If there was, I wouldn't be talking to you guys right now. But nah, there's no cons. That's a great question.
Yeah. Hey, Rodney, I do remember when you first started this here, man. You used to send me these surveys like screenshots. Sure, when I got this survey, like, man, I'm like, man, you killing it, man. So kudos to you on that. We're gonna take a couple more. See Jody with your hand raised. You can go ahead.
Hey there. Question for you. I
Yes.
filled out a couple of surveys and they've asked me for my LinkedIn page. Has that ever happened to you before?
Yeah, they have they actually want to know because of a company. It just depends on the company and the type of product.
Ah,
And they also want to make sure that you're not giving false information on the job that you're doing or the job that you say that you actually did the survey. And they would just want to verify through your if you have a LinkedIn account and just to verify that, which is fine. Also too, just imagine though that let's just say that it's a company that probably wants to hire you and they got your LinkedIn information. Oh, you keep my LinkedIn information. That's fine and everything like that though. But yeah, you will see some surveys, some companies will ask you
okay.
based on the survey, not
Because
all the time. It's based on the survey.
this particular company asked for my Instagram, my LinkedIn, and a valid email.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you right now, D-Scout. D-Scout is known to do that. Let's just say that like for instance, that the one that I just showed you, the AI one, the study for the AI, they actually asked me for my Facebook account. Which is fine. I mean, I'll give you my Facebook account, just to verify the information, which is fine, and they're a very great, well-known company. A lot of people's using that. So you will see that. D-Scout asks me a lot sometimes, based on if it's going to have to do something with Facebook, Instagram, or AI. Great question. Great question.
All right, Rodney, we're gonna take well, we'll just do this one and take one more. On average, how long would it take a beginner to complete 10 to 15 surveys?
I remember that great question. Just to give you a story, when Ralph actually came down um, to the cigar parlor with me, and I told him, hey, bring your laptop. I'm going to bring my laptop, and we're actually going to spend only 1 hour. 1 hour. That's it. From 7 to 8, we're going to spend 1 hour doing these surveys. And then after, when it hits 8 o'clock, we are going to get a drink and we're going to smoke a cigar. Sure enough, we sat down, we did 10, he did 10 surveys within 1 hour. And believe it or not, during that time, he got accepted for a survey. He got accepted for one
And
while
Rodney,
we were doing.
the cool thing about that was you guys sent me a picture, both of y'all.
Yes,
I was like,
I sent Sherwin a picture just to show proof. Like, yes, we were at the cigar parlor for 1 hour. He brought his laptop, I brought mine, and we were just doing surveys for a beginner. I would tell you right now, if you're a beginner, filling out profiles and stuff like that would take a while, and that's why I said if once you start joining with me, you're only going to get 10 websites, which I think 10 is a lot, but it's a start just to get your bearings straight. And then you just take it from there. But yeah, once you start getting your bearings straight, 10 surveys in 1 hour, and that's it. After that, your eyes need a break. You need to decompress and do other things.
absolutely. All right, we'll just take one more question, and then I want to point you guys to this the chat. Get Rodney's contact information, and definitely feel free to reach out to him. So one more question here. Any more questions?
I put one
Any,
in the chat. I was just asking, hi everyone, how are
How you doing?
you?
How you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm asking, are you being asked questions about products or do you have to speak about a particular product?
Not opinions is just asking your opinions about products.
Okay,
You
alrighty.
know, it's that's the good thing about it. You know, it could be about anything. I mean, when I mean it could be about any type of topic, it's about anything. It could be about politics. It could be about your TV. It could be about what you watch, what you eat. You know, it could be
Mm-hmm.
about coffee. It could be about tea. Let's just say Starbucks coffee. You know, Starbucks coffee wants to bring out a new product and they want to know if you drink Starbucks coffee, they probably might ask you questions. How many times you drink Starbucks coffee a week? And
Mm-hmm.
then if you get approved for it. And then
Mm-hmm.
Starbucks probably might send you the brand new coffee they want to test just to try it out for two
Oh.
weeks. And then you get paid for that. You know, they'll probably get paid $300 just to try a coffee for 2 weeks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just got paid, $595, which I sure Sherwin last week, just talking about fitness. Just imagine $595 just to talk about
Oh,
fitness.
wow.
Okay. Fitness, just fitness. I can't go into details about it, but just fitness. I mean, like you just can't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually doing one right now, which is going to end in 2 weeks. That's paying me $595 as well,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to end in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of one consistency on how bad you want it. Yes, if you're going to think that the first 2, 3 days you do surveys, you should get a call, then this is not for you. You gotta let it build, and all of a sudden you're just gonna start seeing it just like you're gonna start getting overwhelmed if you are consistent, like to the point where you're gonna be like, can I continue doing this? Because you're making so much money, but then can you keep up with the time because you're gonna get so overwhelmed. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
understand.
they give
Yes.
us there to say they got one for 575.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's
That I mean, you just can't beat that, like
yeah,
that's a car payment. Five
yeah.
seventy five. That's a car payment right there. What you could do with $575 right now.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
So, guys, we're gonna wrap this up here. There's some questions that's still incoming in. But I just want to tell you, there's more than one way than just doing these online surveys. How Rodney is making money, because Rodney is not only he's taking that money he's making from his online surveys, paying the utility bills, the money that he would have been paying for his utility bills. Rodney almost texts me every week, sure, where should I invest this money at? So he's making extra money, using that money to pay the bills, and then that money he would have been paying the bills. Now he's putting that into the market where it's making money for him. You understand that? And guys, let me just say this here today, and I'm gonna be done. Right? I had came in and talked in a while. I don't say in a while, in a couple days. But guys, this is one way to where you can set your family trajectory free, to where you have extra money coming in and using the same amount of time that you transfer and sit down on the couch. You understand that? See, most people, what we don't realize is 99% of the people, I won't say 99%, 95% of the people on this phone call right here do not understand that the stock market today hit an all-time high. But I guarantee you, the other coaches and their families that's investing their money and making their money work for them, they understand that the S&P 500 hit an all-time high today. So that's why I want to get us to the point where we can make extra money and now we can have that money work for us, or we can make this extra money and we can also pay our bills. Because 99% of those people on this call that's been with me understand that if you invested with me, you've made some money. So now I want to be able to help you take this extra money here and give you freedom, to give you free up some of your cash, because a lot of times our expenses exceed our income. And so, Rodney, I want to thank you again tonight, man, for coming on to LesWin Financial, coming to speak to us.
Appreciate
Uh,
you, man.
yeah, this is Love Month. This is also Black History Month. I got a special for you guys next week. I confirmed it today, but there is a Harvard law graduate that's in the LesWin Financial community, man. He's gonna talk about his journey next week, how he was able to go to one of the prestigious colleges in Atlanta, and how he was able to get into Harvard Law School. And he's going to talk about basically what he's doing today and utilizing that Harvard Law degree in his current profession here. So we're going to confirm that date, that time next week. But for Black History, man, this brother here, he's a frat brother of mine as well. So I'm privileged to have him. I think he's even on the call right now. But join in next week. I'm gonna give you guys that specific date, that specific time. Because for me, that's Black excellence. I mean, how many people we know that go to a Ivy League, and not just a Ivy League, one of the most historic Ivy Leagues, right? And so that's what we want to continue to keep doing here at LesWin Financial, just getting better 1% every single day. Rodney, do you have any final sentiments before we close out tonight? You're on
No,
mute.
no, actually, no. Yeah, thanks for letting me join. Put my information down on chat. Feel free to reach out to me. I will reach out to you guys once I get it. But thanks again, though. Love talking to everyone. Thanks, Sharon, again for inviting me. Once again, whatever you do, even though you don't do this, trust the process on anything that you do in life. Trust that process because it's your journey.
Mhm.
And trust your journey all the time. That's it.
Absolutely. Thanks you again, Rodney, for joining us in Let's Win Financial Community. This will be recorded and on the YouTube page tomorrow as well, so you guys go back and see the replay. As always, be well, be blessed, and as always, let's continue to win. All right, guys, have a great night.